This is Giants baseball. Told straight. You're listening to NorCal Sports Network. No homers, no casuals. Just truth. Let's go!
All right, everybody, welcome on in. NorCal Sports Network World Baseball Classic thriller in the top of the ninth. Right now, we got top of the ninth action. Let me get rid of this music here as it goes on repeat. Man, this is awesome. 3-1 count, leadoff batter, Will Smith facing Camilo Duvall. He's already got a pitch clock violation before he threw a pitch. Unreal. It continues to happen. The 3-1 pitch is fouled off, 3-2. Leadoff batter of the U.S. could certainly use an insurance run or two in this top of the ninth. This is, this is baseball at its finest, people. This is, I don't think you get a more assembled stars in one game that's a meaningful game. I'm not talking about an all-star game, American League versus National League. Duvall gets Smith on the inside corner looking. Beautiful pitch there, and the first out is in the books, and it's 2-1. It remains 2-1. Hasn't this been a classic? Yeah. Yeah, Duvall with the pitch clock. I mean, come on, Camilo. Tranquilo Camilo. He's too easy, man. Come on. All right, here's the pitch facing Brian Buxton. He must be pinch hitting here. Is that Buxton pinch hitting for who was just up? Smith. So this is this would be the sixth hole or the seventh. The seventh hole. Who did he pinch hit for? Pete Crow Armstrong is Pete Crow in the seventh? It must be Pete Crow. Okay, so we're gonna assume it's Dubs almost had it. I didn't watch that game. Obviously, I'm watching this game, man. The Dubs are just they can't buy a win these days. Buxton swings and fouls it off. Was ahead in the count 2-0. Now it's 2-1. Yeah, defensive replacement. Buxton's a great center fielder, no doubt about it. But so is PCA. But I get it here. You got to take advantage of the. I don't know. Why couldn't you had Pete Crow just bat still? Is he batting for Crow? Let's see. It was Terang, eighth. Who was batting ninth? I got to look at the lineup. Let me. He doesn't need to. Did he already come into the game last inning? PCA's batting ninth. Okay, who's he a defensive replacement for? Who's he going to go in for? Judge? Oh, he's hitting for Roman Anthony. PCA moved from center field to left field. Okay. Oh, he got him swinging. Duvall gets the first two guys with the strikeout. Man, this is going. Man. He was batting for Anthony? That doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't you let Anthony bat and then send Buxton in? It's the top of the ninth. You can let him bat and then you can take him out for defense. There's no reason to. I mean, Anthony's already got a bomb in this game. Why are you taking Anthony out against Duvall and sending up a right-handed batter? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Come on. Serious. And does anybody agree or disagree with me on that? Why wouldn't you leave Roman Anthony to face Duvall? Or did he already come out earlier in the inning before? Tell me, guys, because I was getting this show ready and I was watching the game, but not as intently. Maybe he almost struck out the side. 0-2. He checked his swing. 1-2 to Terang. Let me know, guys. Did Pete Crow, was he playing or did Anthony come out earlier? in the last inning for defensive replacement? He was already replaced. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, Duvall gets an easy grounder to Guerrero at first base, unassisted put out, and we go to the bottom of the ninth, 2-1. We're going to have Mason Miller time, everybody. Mason Miller time. Okay. This is great. Thanks, NC. I muted my mic for a second. Okay, I was saying bottom of the ninth, here we come. USA 2, Dominican Republic 1. Yeah, I think the DR is sending up like 6, 7, 8 more the meat of the order batted last inning in the bottom of the eighth. So I don't have the lineups in front of me. Let me pull them up here, and that way I can actually see what's going on versus okay. So let me pull up the box score here. This has been just a unbelievable class of the pitching. Okay, so it looks like Caminero's going to lead off, right? Machado, let's see, Mason Miller's up and or pitching, and I think it's Caminero, Rodriguez, Wells, if I'm not mistaken. They have O'Neal Cruz on the bench. Would he ever pinch run O'Neal Cruz if they get a base runner? We'll see. Okay. This is as exciting as it gets right here, man. This is tense. What a game. Junior Caminero, 1 for 3, hit a solo homer in the second inning to put the DR up 2-1, and that's been all their scoring. So fouled off 0-1 to Caminero. Yeah, what we got here, guys, is 3 solo home runs in this game. Caminero, and then Gunnar Henderson, and then Roman Anthony. If it holds, he'll have the game winner. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Miller. Fastball at 100 plus, 102, swung on and missed. I didn't even see the radar gun until I said 100 plus, because you could tell it's 100 plus with Miller. 102. 0-2. He got that pitch up. Now's the time to throw a slider away, out of the zone. Here it comes. Fastball. Oh, he threw it up. He went up a little higher. I thought he swung and missed, but he fouled off. Or is he setting him up for the breaking pitch? Do you throw a breaking pitch that looks like it's going to be a strike and breaks out of the zone? You cannot leave it in the zone. Oh, he swung it in the dirt. He missed it. It's strike 3. He's going to run to first. Ball got in the dirt, and he's thrown out by Will Smith. Okay. I thought Smith might not find the ball for a second. He did. He threw it in the dirt. With that 102-mile-an-hour fastball, you're just got to chase it. Will Smith can't find it, and he finally finds it. I mean, that was in danger of him getting to first. What is Camaro doing? He's running all over the place down the line like he was trying to get hit in the back or something. Like he was trying to. All right, here's a curveball inside to Julio Rodriguez, who got hit, drilled by a 99, 100-mile-an-hour fastball by Paul Skenes in the 5th inning tonight, right on the wrist. But fortunately, he's okay. Here's the 1-0 pitch, same spot, breaking inside, 2-0. cannot put a run, cannot give a free pass. Oh, there he is, Oneil Cruz. It looks like he's in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Miller. Fastball up high, 3-0. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, Mariners fans having a brutal WBC, while Giants fans done pretty well with Webb. And then, okay, here comes the 3-0 pitch by Miller. Fastball, strike at the top of the zone. Just clipped it, 3-1. Yeah, then we've had, not a Giant anymore, but Tyler Rogers tonight gets the double play ball, his specialty. Okay, 3-1. Miller's got to come in. You cannot put the tying run on base and bring the go-ahead run to the plate. The 3-1 pitch in the dirt, ball 4. Rodriguez is aboard, and up comes Oneil Cruz, who, oh boy, this is nerve-wracking time. This not as tense as the Game 7 World Series in 2014 when the Giants were playing the Royals, but that feeling of one swing could end it and you're walked off. That was awful feeling when Salvador Perez was up at the plate and Mad Bum was pitching. You're just going, don't let one get out of the park, because they had Eric Gordon on third base with that crazy triple that the Giants outfielders just botched. It's like a hot potato. They couldn't pick up the ball. So, yeah, Red Sox, Pasha, you've done well in this tournament. Definitely Red Sox players have shown up. The big Oneil Cruz. Hey, guys, while you're watching this, do me a favor. Hit the like. It'll bring more people into the channel watching right now. So if you guys would just do me a favor and go hit that like button right now, just click on it. If you're watching on your phone, just click the little X, pulls it up, hit that like button, and we'll see our numbers take off. All right. Appreciate that. All right, here we go. Man, I'm a little nervous here now. Come on, Oneil Cruz. This guy would be probably one of the toughest guys to double up from the left side. He could fly. Rodriguez gets his lead. Miller comes in. Oh, he's outside and it gets away from Smith, and he goes to second. Oh, my goodness. It's off the glove of Will Smith. It popped out and rolled away, and the DR has the tying run on at second base. Looks like Miller's afraid to throw that fastball right now. Smith just dropped it, caught it in the heel of the glove, and it just popped away, enough for the speedy Rodriguez to move up 90 feet. Okay, the 1-0 pitch from Miller. Swung on a miss. 1-1. Ooh, Cruz had a cut at that. He took an uppercut at that, guys. He took an uppercut at that. Ooh. This is a tense crowd, a tense moment. It's a heavily DR crowd. Here is the 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Smith pulls a nice scoop by Smith, 2-1. Yeah, you're looking at the bottom of the order pretty much for the Dominican Republic. You're looking at Cruz pinch hitting for Wells, and then the dangerous Perdomo's on deck, who's always puts the bat on the ball. He's scary. Okay, here comes Miller's 2-1 pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, 2-2. Why isn't Cal Raleigh in? He hasn't hit. He hasn't got a hit in the tournament, and probably Will Smith's probably a better catcher overall. Anthony, it's close, but Raleigh's struggling, so he hasn't got his timing down. All right, 2-2. Julio Rodriguez getting his lead off second. He's got a pretty good lead. Miller looks back at him. Then he looks in. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on a ground ball to short. Witt picks it up and throws him out. Barely. Cruz, he looked at the runner quickly. Witt over it as Rodriguez went to third, and Cruz almost beat that out. Bobby Witt, he's got a cannon for an arm. He looks and he fires, and he got him by a step. Yeah, just about that much. Cruz's foot was over the bag by that much when it went into Harper's glove. So now we've got Perdomo, maybe one of the most dangerous hitters in this tournament. This guy's always pesky, but you got Miller. Here comes the pitch. A little high and outside, 1-0. 1-0 to Perdomo, the DR, down to their last out. It's 2-1 USA. Here comes Miller's 1-0 pitch. Fastball right at the top of the zone. Clipped it just barely. Just probably a portion of the ball clipped the top of the zone where the other part of the ball was out of the zone. We got a 1-1 count. Here comes the It's 1-2 now, actually. 1-2. Okay. It's 1-2 to Perdomo. Miller looks in. Rodriguez on third. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Woo! That was not close. 2-2. Perdomo trying to just time it up just so he can put the bat on the ball and try and find a hole somewhere in the field. He usually pops him over the shortstop's head. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Outside and low. 3-2. Nowhere. Well, he's got bases empty, but he's got a man on third. You definitely don't want to put the winning run on base. Okay, here it's going to be a fastball right down the middle. Here it comes. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball, fly ball, foul. Okay, fouled off. It's hard to see when you're on TV, when you're watching it versus when you're at the game. You can tell if it's a foul ball more than a fly ball. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Full count. Rodriguez off third. Everybody standing in Miami. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball fouled off again. Perdomo. This guy's a pest, I'm telling you. You'd love to have this guy on your team. He's kind of a similar guy. He strikes out a little bit more than, the Giants' Luis Ariz, but he's makes better contact, hits the ball harder. Good hitter. Coming into his own. He's like a 25, 26-year-old. Okay, here's Miller set. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball. No, breaking ball low. Oh, no. They called him out. That was below the zone. They called him out. Whoa. I want to see that again. Something popped up on my screen as it came up. I want to see that pitch again. It looked like it was below the box. He threw him an off-speed pitch. DR's got to feel pretty upset about that. Are we going to show a replay of this? Come on. I love that the USA won, but that's awesome. But I want to see that pitch. Something just popped into my screen. These pop-ups on your phone come in. Great timing. All right, I guess I'm going to have to rewind it because they're not showing the pitch. Are we not going to show the pitch? All right. I'm going to show it I'm going to look at it myself. All right, here's the 3. I'm going to look at it again. Let me tell you, I'll tell you if it's quit pass. Gosh. Oh, it was a horrible call. It was this far below the zone, guys. It was 6-8 inches below the box. Oh, my gosh. I love that the USA won, but come on. This is why baseball, in my opinion, forget the stupid ABS, okay, where you do this. I've said that this has to, they got to get rid of this. All right, people, I'm live. When you text me, people, you should get the link, especially my followers. Don't text me. I'm live. Okay. Turn on your notifications bell and you'll know when I'm live. All right. Guys, that was just a bad call to end a classic game. And I hate games that end with an umpire or a referee. I absolutely despise it. And yes, I'm happy the USA won, but I don't like the NFL. I don't like the NBA with all their chicken crap calls and their subjective calls. This is a subjective call. You have the technology. You've already instituted the technology for the 2 challenges a game, this stupid tap thing that takes time. Just put this thing in the ear like I've got in my ear right here in my left ear. You can put in the home plate umpire's ear and you can tell if it's a strike or not. We don't have to have delays and look at the scoreboard. Come on, let's get this right. That was a pitch that was 6 inches below the zone. It would be 1st and 3rd for the Dominican, and I'm irritated. You know why I'm irritated? Because I'm fair. I'd be just as pissed off or more pissed off if it was the USA that got robbed like that. And as a sports fan, we've got to learn to have balance and be able to, be happy your team won, but be fair, be like a mediator would be in a trial. You don't take sides. Because I'm old, that's why, Anthony. Yeah. No, it's just I don't like anything taken away when officials, umpires, referees, whatever you want to, whatever sport it is, they shouldn't be a factor. They shouldn't be a factor. Now the DR is going to be talking about that call, and it just you can't be that bad. You just can't be that bad and miss a call in a tight situation like that. And I think it sucks. And I think it sucks that Major League Baseball is going to a challenge system where it's up to the players to decide if they win the challenge. They just get rid of the challenge system. Just call everything from the electronic. You're already there. I mean, you're already putting the stuff on the scoreboard, and you're basing the call on what the electronics are telling you. So just get rid of that stupid thing. That was just a horrible, horrible call to end an all-time classic game like that, man. If I was in the Dominican, man, I'd be, gosh, that's just frustrating. Anyway, USA wins a great game, and the umpire actually made 2 horrible calls in this game. The home plate umpire both went against the DR. One on Juan Soto, same spot. It was this far below the bottom of the strike zone. And then they do it again to Perdomo. And, when something like that happens, you start to think, hey, man, was there money on it? Was there a fix? Sports has to get rid of this whole gambling scenario where people are questioning if the games are fixed. You don't have to do that with baseball. You've got instant replay at every base. You've got instant replay on the slides at home. Now you've got you get 2 challenges. Just get rid of the challenge system. Make it all electronic, and the game goes by faster. There's no delays. I mean, how many stinking delays? You think about it. If there's 10 challenges, that's probably not that much time. It takes 10 seconds for every challenge. But it's like still 10 times 10, that's what? A little over a minute and a half. So almost a minute 45 seconds. So So just get rid of it. It's like guy gets the call, strike, ball, strike, ball, strike. It's just he hears it in his ear. There's no and put the box up there so we can all see it. So we know that there's now they're getting rid of the box this year. And, the box is still out there based on, the zone that they're using for the strike zone. So I just think it's ridiculous. Yeah, he gets a lot of people to swing at that during the regular season. It was a great pitch, but I thought he was going to come in with another fastball, but see what fools these umpires. I'm telling you what fools these umpires. It was a perfect down the middle pitch, right? It was right down the middle. So the umpire sees that, but he can't see down low. How about that one dude that's an umpire that's like 6'7", and all of his low strikes are off because he can't see them. He's too high up. So to me, I don't know. But hey, what a game though, guys. What an all-time great game. 3 runs in this game, all solo homers. Aaron Judge just missed another home run. He was robbed by Julio Rodriguez. So I think USA, I have gotten every game right so far. I picked in the quarterfinals, I picked Italy over Puerto Rico. I got that one right. I got the USA over Canada. I got that one right. I got the DR over Korea. I got that one right. And I got Venezuela over who did Venezuela play? Who'd Venezuela play? Can't remember. Whoever they played, I had them winning. So I'm 4 for 4 there. Japan. That's right. I had Venezuela over Japan. That's right. Thank you. That was my upset pick. Now I've got Italy over Japan. Italy over Venezuela tomorrow. And I got an Italy USA final. That's what I've got. Got a USA Italy final. And that's going to be whoever the U.S. plays is going to be a classic. Venezuela's good. And we've seen Italy. Italy can just hit, right? Italy just hits. And I don't know who the U.S. is going to – who's the U.S. going to pitch in the championship game? Is it going to be Nolan McLean? Is that their guy? I think it is. Tariq Skubal, is he going to get talked into pitching? He's still on the team. He was in uniform in the dugout tonight. How about Tyler Rogers, everybody? Comes in, throws a couple pitches and gets a double play ball. We've seen that for years, haven't we, as Giants fans? Ground ball extraordinaire, Tyler Rogers. Yeah. Wasn't that low? That was so brutal, Senior. I hate games that finish by an umpire. I just absolutely hate it. If I was a player, I would probably be fined most of my salary because I wouldn't take it. I would get in the ump's face and say, "You are an incompetent. You can't see." And if it was a guy that was out of shape, oh man, I'd let him know, man. Hey, you can't see past that pot belly of yours, pal. I would have been constantly tossed if I was a big leaguer. Man, I cannot stand umpires taking the game out of players. Players work their butts off all year. They stay in shape, and they have some clown, some dude that's probably out of shape that comes in and he makes the call because, he can't get off of his couch. I hate it. I hate it. Just a horrible way to end a great game. It always makes me think when I see a call like that, does that umpire have a buddy of his that he tipped off and he's going to he's going to get paid out. His buddy's going to get a large payday. And then all that buddy's got to do is, they go out and have a drink and, he gives him some cash, or whatever. It's just I don't like it, and I don't like So it's we need more Billy Martins to come out and kick dirt on the play. How about Lou Piniella going nuts? All right, who gets this? Eric Gregg. Yeah, he was the worst. Eric Gregg was awful. What do you guys think? Who gets the start for Team USA on the championship game? Gunnar Henderson, he's started a couple times and he keeps hitting home runs, right? He plays good third. Does he start over Bregman, or do you start Bregman? Depends on the matchup, I guess. But how about behind the dish? Are you going with Will Smith or a cold Cal Raleigh? I don't know, man. Championship is Tuesday night, Tuesday the 17th. Hey guys, I need to hear from you. If you can do it tonight, I've got one, maybe two spots left for the fantasy baseball league. If you want to jump in, we may even have a little bit smaller league this year, which will be fine because the odds of winning go up for you when you have less teams. And if we play that way, there's going to be a lot of good players that are still available out on waivers. So if you want to get into this league, it's a fun league, and email me right now tonight, NorCalSportsNetwork@gmail. Just let me know you want in. We're gonna do a buy-in of $150. I've already got like 7 guys that are committed to the 150, so I could lower it to 100, but I'm fine with going with only an 8-team league because we'll have 3 winners, and that's almost half the league. So yeah, US took it. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought Paul Skenes was going to be tough tonight. Can I read you? What do you want me to read, Kat Karen? We in pool groups. I'm not sure which one. Can you make 14,000? I'm going to have unlimited moves. I don't like having a moves limit in baseball. So, yeah, there's no limit to the moves. So makes for a more active league when guys are moving. When you have a moves limit, guys sit and don't do a lot because they don't want to make those moves. Making moves is good. It keeps people more engaged in playing fantasy baseball. Oh, yeah, Los. That was crazy. Was that Wells that was on second base? And he didn't score. And how about Tatis not taking third base on that? I know he stopped because he thought for a moment the shortstop might make the catch, and he froze a little bit. Then he had to start over again. But, man, Armstrong would have had to turn and wheel and deal. Fantasy baseball needs more prizes. Well, three prizes. Can't have everybody win. It's not like a trophy. Hey, I wanted to get hold on here. I had a member read Robert Boyd. What an amazing 19 months, Dan. I will keep supporting this channel. Thank you, Robert. Really appreciate your support out there. Robert is been here from the beginning of the show, and want to thank you for that, Robert. So let me go back to some of the comments. Let's see. Going through the comments. Eddie says it was, Yeah, unlimited moves, Senior, just like the league we played in last year. I mean, I suppose I could put 200, a limit of 200 moves, something like that. Maybe we do something like that. I don't know. Can you get a special perk if I pay $50 a month? What kind of perk are you looking for? You want to host the show? I mean, what do you want me to do? Buy you a car? What kind of perk you looking for? You're welcome to donate for sure, but I'm not exactly sure. Sure, I mean, if people donate, yeah, there's always we always, put those chats always go up right away. Get Los on. Los, I don't know if Los is available. Wow. What a game, though, for the U.S. It seems like Pete Crow Armstrong is definitely earned his spot over Buxton. Buxton's not hitting. Armstrong's been hitting home runs. He's fast, plays good defense. I definitely like Armstrong personally over Buxton in the lineup. Aaron Judge, man, what a throw to third base tonight to nail Tatis. Wasn't that awesome? Wasn't that awesome? So let me check my email real quick here. Hold on here. All right. Come on, guys. I'm just curious, would I get a lot more people if I said the league's only $40? Who would play if the league was $40 or $50? All right. So, yeah, I mean, it was such a interesting game. I mean, to me, I'll tell you what probably would have been the most exciting game to watch for crowd wise is Venezuela against the Dominican. That would be pretty crazy. What is it with the U.S. fans? And what is it with the U.S.? I mean, they hit 2 home runs and they just not have any soul in them? I mean, can guys just not get amped up and have a little fun? I mean, you look at the Dominican, they're putting the jacket on. The Italians, they're going through the espresso machine. They're getting pumped up. The U.S., man, it looks like, I don't know, man. I don't get how you play a kid's game and you can't get all excited. You're playing for your country. Man, they just look like, I know they're pumped up, but I mean, all right, Los, let me send you the link here. That'd be good to have somebody in here like Los to talk to. All right, Los, it's coming your way. Okay, one sec here. Do this. All right, Los, it's in your email. How about David Bednar, man? That guy's been climbing out of jams all tournament long. All tournament long. I'm going to take this out and put my other ear in. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm back. Saw my hourglass go a little nutty. All right. Yeah, I see it. I just want to see some type of celebration. They don't have to do the rain dances. I get it. But how about something in the dugout with a little bit of Senior? We don't have many for Roto. I got the list right here. Roto. We had a guy, Jerry. He only wanted to do Roto, so he 1, 2, 3, like 4. We got more in the points, like 7. Mike Val, Robert, Carlo P, Dallas, Jake, myself. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Myself 6. And I think Los is in 7. Senior, you would be 8. Yeah. I've got another league I'm playing in that's Roto. I wanted to do 2 leagues, but I just can't get enough people to get 20 people, where we can have two points and a Roto. So let me go through the chat here. Okay. All right. So U.S. faces the winner of Italy, Venezuela. That's tomorrow. And we welcome in the man, the legend. Which hat will he be wearing tonight? We'll see. We're about ready to find out. I'm going to say I see him in the green room, but I can't see the hat. I only see the underneath. He's hiding it from me. I'm going to guess it has something to do with Mexico. Here he is. Cubbies. Cubbies. I'd rather be at Wrigley. All right, man.
What's going on?
Hey. Good to have you, man. Senior says, I don't know if he can do points again. I know, man. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yeah. I just didn't like the way the game ended, Los. I don't like
That was not a strike.
Yeah, I don't like calls that that aren't even close. Like if it was just under the line and it was like missing it by that much, you could see if they put that up on the scoreboard, it would have been 7, 8 inches.
That is a hell of a take by Perdomo. A guy throwing 102, 101, and he just spits on a slider that is not a strike. I mean, that's just a great at bat, and he was not rewarded for it. That sucks for him.
It really does. It really does.
To me, you don't want to see the game end that way.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's almost like in boxing, a bell after the bell, a guy gets sucker punched and he gets knocked out and they count it.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, wait a minute, that didn't count, man.
What a fantastic though, just pure game, and we're in March. These guys have only been really at spring training for about 3 weeks now. So I mean, just a quality game as far as pitching, defense, just some phenomenal defensive plays. Just a great game altogether. Yeah.
Senior says, Lowe's, tell Dan Roto is way better than points. Have you ever played in the points league? I don't know if you have.
I don't know if I have. No, I don't think so. I mean, I can adapt to any kind of rules. So.
Yeah, I mean, second place or third place is fine. It doesn't matter what you have to adapt to.
I'm not like the Niners. I don't like silver medals. Sorry, Niners in Canada. Niners in Canada. Niners in Canada.
There you go. This is the 5th year the league is, or is it the 4th year? This is going to be the 4th year of Best of the West. You've won it twice and finished in 4th place, right? In your
Right.
other year.
Right.
And okay, so you're going for 3 out of 4. You're trying to be a dynasty.
Trying to be a dynasty. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And but there's
Some
somebody.
great competition in that league. I mean, everybody knows their, you know what, there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no
Yeah.
slackers there. There's nobody taking reaches in the 3rd or 4th rounds. They know their stuff, so it's very competitive.
You mean you don't have any picks like Glenn, like picking Cody Bellinger in the 2nd round and then trading him later after he's doing really well, and it was like turned out to be actually a pretty good pick, and then he trades him?
Yeah, you gotta be sober and under no influence at all when you're doing fantasy. You never know. A few too many drinks might have you doing some crazy things, but whatever.
Yeah.
Following up on my point about the 3rd base coach. So, Crow Armstrong is a center fielder. He does not have a great arm like Judge does. He's got an average arm. So these are just the little things that you got to know, when a hit goes to the outfield, who does it go to? Not only that ball that Marte hit was to left center. It was not directly to the outfielder. The center fielder has to come over at an angle, get it, and then throw, and he's not on balance. And if you saw the throw that came in, it was like a 4-hopper. He's got to score. The 3rd baseman has got to be aggressive there, because what do we always talk about, Dan, is that, guys coming up with men at 3rd, less than 2 outs, unless it's Arias or unless it's Stephen Kwan or unless it's Perdomo or Marte, guys that actually can put the bat on the ball. A good chance with the quality of pitching that are on these rosters that was going to be a strikeout, and they were not going to get the wrong ball.
Once you get that strikeout, now you can force him with. I mean, runners infield has to play in, right? And so now it's easy to get a hit. Just a little blooper over the infield gets you in. But then when you get that strikeout, and like you said, it's the quality of pitching today and the stuff they're throwing, the heat, it's just hard to, make consistent contact. And it's so easy to get behind with 2 strikes, because guys who've throwing, 100, you foul it off, and the other pitch you swing and miss. Now you're down 0-2. Now it's like now you got to open up the strike zone. You got to protect against something that might look like a strike, and you don't know if it's out of his hand. You don't know what it is until he's throwing that ball 60.6 inches away, but he's probably releasing it somewhere around 55 feet, and you have just like that much time to make a decision. And baseball is the hardest sport, in my opinion, to hit a baseball than any other sport, because I think they've done the math, and it's like, I can't even remember what it is, but it's like 1/100th of you have such a little time, and these guys are smashing the ball all over the place, and plus they got to worry about it. They're going to get pitched inside and be able to get drilled, and they're going to have time to get out of the way. I mean, geez, it's crazy.
Yeah. And the pitchers are still a little bit ahead of the hitters at this point of spring. So I know the Dominican's been putting up all kinds of runs, but it was not realistic that they were going to score 7, 8, 9 runs against this pitching, not Skenes and not that pitching staff. So again, you got to know the game. You got to know that, hey, this is one of the few opportunities we've had to score. This is going to tie the game. It's the left center. The center fielder does not have a great arm. He's got to send them there, and he scores. If he sends them, he scores. That was a horrible throw that came in, but whatever. That's baseball.
Got something else for you, Los. Look at that. That's Baseball America, and there's the fantasy draft right there. Let's see. 18-page fantasy preview.
Next Sunday is the draft.
Who do you think the number one first baseman that Baseball America ranks in all of MLB? Who's the number one guy they have?
Fantasy wise, or just
Fantasy, yeah.
What's his name? Pete, the first baseman for the Pete Alonso.
No, Pete is fourth.
Wow.
They got Devers at 5.
Okay.
Harper at 3. Matt Olson at 6. Vlad Guerrero at 2. I'll show you the band. Here's who they have it for. Look at that.
Yeah. See, they're just going. They're just going off of 1 year. I'm not trying to give away too many secrets, but whatever. I see what you're doing, man.
I'm just trying
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like Kurtz, but you got to do it more than 1 year for me. I like consistency, so I probably have Vlad. Probably Vlad should be one. He's consistent. He does it every year.
You know what's shocking is at second base, they have Kevin McCongle second of Detroit ahead of Marte.
I would probably get your money back for that magazine, then.
Well, this is the fantasy. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I don't agree with some of these picks. I mean, they have in their top, which I love Baseball America, but their fantasy, their top 500.
Danny, you have Italy winning tomorrow?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I got Venezuela. Maybe a DeFalco's bet on that game tomorrow, right?
Well, don't you owe me for Mexico? Italy, Mexico?
Yeah. I do. So two sandwiches.
Double or nothing. I used to do double or nothing, man, with my brother. And I got into this rut. We were playing bumper pull and we were betting, and he was just making some of the luckiest shots in the world. I mean, bouncing off the bumper, boom, 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 and knocking my ball out of the way and going in. It was just like, I felt like it was like destiny or something. We played double or nothing so many times. I owed him over $1,000. It got bad. And that was a little rough. That was a little rough.
You think Elliot Ramos is going to keep his hair blonde when he comes back to the Giants? Bleached it blonde?
Probably after going 1 for 16 with 7 strikeouts, he probably shouldn't.
Yeah, he probably should go back to his regular hair.
Yeah, 1 for 16. I think Italy wins tomorrow. We have an Italy-USA rematch. And I don't know who I'm picking here. That I decided if Italy gets into the finals and they're facing the U.S., I'm going for my heritage.
Good for you.
I'm gonna go for my heritage.
Yeah.
Too proud of a heritage. The Italians, man. My great grandparents came over, and where my actually would have been my grandparents, great grandparents, but my grandparents were already like born. They were little, and then had my parents here, So my parents were born in the 30s, but their parents came from, were from Italy, came over from Italy with their parents. So hasn't been all that long when you think about it, about 125 years. My grandmother was born in 1906. on my mom's side, and my grandmother was born in like my other grandmother on my dad's side was born like 1908 or 9, something like that, and my grandfather's like 1904 or something. So they're all right in there. And then, my parents are born, 31 and 35. I'm born in 61. My brothers are born in, 50s, late 50s. And, here's another generation. And, so it's pretty crazy. And Italy, it's not known for baseball.
No, it would be a great underdog story, a great story altogether if Italy pulled it off. I mean, they would be pretty big underdogs if they made it. I think if Venezuela makes it, I think it's pretty much an even betting game. Venezuela's stacked.
Yeah. I think if Italy wins, I would think the U.S. would be favored by quite a bit. It would be tough for them to beat it. For Italy to beat the U.S. twice.
Right.
And I mean, and the U.S. won't be, looking down or anything. Obviously it's for the title. So, I think I love this. I wish, what I wish they would do? Kind of like hockey. I wish they would do it in the middle of the season and take 2 weeks off and just, 162, make it 150, go back to 154, go back to 154, but they'll never do that.
I tell you what, when Julio Rodriguez got hit on the hand, a lot of probably baseball purists are not crazy about this tournament, because if a guy gets a hand broke, because all these guys on here are more or less superstars. These are not like end of the bench players. And a team of the Mariners lose Rodriguez for 2 months because he got hit. It would start a controversy for sure.
Yeah.
So thankfully it wasn't serious. But hey, that's sports. It's going to happen, and you can't play the game scared to get injured.
No, because you can get injured at any time.
Right, right. Especially as passionate as these players are playing for the country. You heard on the TV. They were talking about Pujols, said it would be the biggest achievement in his career. I mean, think about that.
Really?
Yeah, he said this would be the biggest achievement in my career if, as a manager, I won this tournament. So these guys take this very, very seriously, and it's, as you've seen, it's grown. I wish they did this tournament every 2 years instead of every 3. But
kind of fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah, but anyway, I don't know exactly what. Hey, I'm going to the game tomorrow. You're not available, are you? You got
Mondays are my worst day.
I know.
to get away, but hey, make sure you got the sunscreen on.
Yeah, I think so. Hey, Gravy, you still planning on coming up to Peoria tomorrow? I don't know if Mark's still in there or not. I haven't seen him in there for a few minutes.
Upgrade to the shade seats, Dan.
I think they are in the shade. Let me look and see where the tickets are, because you know what? I can't remember where I bought them. So let me go to ballpark app, right? Ballpark app. I'll put them up on the screen, show everybody, and somebody will take a screenshot and they'll beat me to my tickets and get to the game early. Giants Padres.
Those seats Mark found for the Royals game were phenomenal. Just absolutely great.
They were awesome.
That was a great angle.
Oh, shoot. Let me see where I'm sitting tomorrow. I don't think this is good. Peoria Sports Complex seating chart. Let's see where I'm sitting. All right. Let's pull up this chart here. Oops, that's not what we want. Oh, yeah, here it is. Oh, man. All right, so this is where we're at tomorrow. We are sitting in section 111, which is right here. You see that? Just
Yeah.
past her. Row O. A, B, C, D. Hopefully it goes that A, B, C, D, E. N. This doesn't hang over, does it? I wonder. I would think this hangs over a little bit. We're probably right around here. I'm hoping to get a little. Let me see. Isn't the sun usually behind you, right? First base shines in the right fielder's face.
Yeah.
It's generally how they lay out the park. So, all right.
You know what was interesting about the tournament this year too is they had in the pool play, they had games in Japan and they had games in the Dominican. Now to ask Japan to fly that far and play a few days later, I'm not saying that's why they lost to Venezuela, but that's not easy.
No, you've taken that trip. It takes a week to get your senses back.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's not easy at all. I kind of get it. You want to play in front of the home country and the fans, but I just think in a tournament like this, it should just be at one location with all the teams, maybe at a couple different stadiums and just play.
They tried it. Yeah, they got the Asia teams. They got the problem is most of the players that are playing over there, Chinese Taipei and that Asia, Korea, and Japan, most of them aren't playing in the big leagues. So you have to, instead of sending maybe 5 to 7 guys from America over there, they'd have to haul everybody. And then, and think about it. Not that many people are interested in watching that pool over here.
Yeah.
It does pretty well over there in the Japan, Korea area, but I get it though. It's tough. They were just there they get like 1 or 2 days to get acclimated. It's crazy.
Yeah. Right? That's a little bit tough. But
yeah. Anyway, guys, if you want to play some fantasy baseball, let me know. We're going to have our draft. I think our draft's going to be on the 24th on a Tuesday night. Does that work for you, Los?
No. I fly out the next morning, pretty early. Depends what time it is. But we'll talk.
We'll probably do it like 6:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't take long.
What is it through Yahoo, CBS?
Yahoo. Okay. You're used to playing Yahoo, right?
Yeah, with the Best of the West.
Yeah.
That draft is the 22nd, next Sunday at 5:30.
Next Sunday, 5:30. Ooh, I better start doing some mocks.
You better start doing your homework. You're going up in competition. You know that.
Yeah. It's who finished second last year? I was in second the last day, tied with the guy. I can't remember who it was.
Bang Bangs.
Bang Bangs. Okay.
Andrew. Yeah.
Okay. And where did Bases Drunk finish? Like 5th, 6th?
Like 8th.
8th.
Right where they belong.
I love to stir up the pot and have fun in fantasy. So I don't even know anybody but Los in this league. So they put a group text out last week, and let me see if I can show you or read to you a few of. Here it is. All right. So I start making, I like to make some trades here and there, but some people don't. There was like one trade made the whole season in the league last year, like one. And so I said something about having some more fun with some trades. I said, what did I say? Hey, back again after finishing 3rd my first year. Coming for the crown this season, Los. Hopefully the trade market is open for business this year. Makes the season a lot more fun when we actually wheel and deal. And then this guy Bases Drunk. They thought, because I got into the league the last like 2 days before the league started, and Los kind of recommended me, and I jumped in. These guys were giving Los a hard time that I was their AAA affiliate, and that I was just in it to help Los win the league. So
I told him you better not let him finish above you guys, or you're going to get an earful. And the season ended quite a while ago, and I'm still talking to him.
Yeah, Los is giving him trash, and so Los comes back, says a lot of confidence from Buster's boys, a ruthless Vado, but I like that in my training day poker game. And I told him, King Kong ain't got nothing on me, Los. I'm coming for that crown. And then I said, this chat is quieter than the trade market last season. And these guys, Bang Bangs, I think it's two guys, right? Brothers that team up.
Oh, Base is drunk, yeah.
I mean, Base is drunk. Base is drunk, yeah.
Yeah.
I said, your trade offers last season was sorry as AF, okay? I won't say it, but and then they gave me a laughing emoji. And I said, someone had to test if the trade feature still worked. I said, none of you even accepted a trade, and I still finished third. That should worry you guys. So,
well, I gave you a comment from the movie Training Day in that poker game when the Latino guy goes, man, that guy Dan, man, he's a low down, dirty, ruthless vato. I like that.
Hey, how about better than being called a crooked?
Yeah,
I was called crooked by Vince Russo on a text. I said, because I was talking to him, I said, I know we were just kind of joking together, but I said, crooked. I said, that's pretty funny coming from a guy who made his living in WWE.
Good comeback.
He said, it's not crooked. It was fake, but it wasn't crooked.
Good comeback. It was yeah. It was, I forget the word, scheduled, or wrestling is, it's in the wrong word, but it's definitely, what the outcome is. The wrestlers know what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah.
It's entertainment. That's why it's WWE now, not WWF.
Yeah.
But
so
I mean, when it comes to baseball trades, there are just some leagues where guys are very conservative and they think that somebody else is going to get over. But that's why you counter.
You counter. First offer is never like, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you my best offer, because you never know what somebody might accept. So
and during the season, injuries happen, and in Roto, you may be really in baseball, when you get behind after like the first 3 months and you're catching up, let's say in stolen bases, then of course it's natural that, hey, if Dan has, like a Chandler Simpson, or a guy that steals a lot of bases on his team, and Dan maybe is lacking a little bit in power, so that's when it works for both teams, because I get somebody back that helps a category that I'm low in, and I give something back. But I never understood. I'm always open to trades if I think it's going to obviously help me. I want to win the trade.
Yeah.
But some people have to overwhelmingly, like, hey, I'll trade you Aaron Judge for Luis Arias. Like, get out of here. What are you doing?
Look at these guys texting me here. I said, can you read that?
No, I can't. I'm on the phone. Read it to me.
I got it. I said, Base is drunk, worried about my offers. You should be more worried about the standings. I said, just stirring the pot, having some fun. And then he comes back with, don't send, just don't come with no Buster F boy offers.
And they won't trade with me. I mean, football, they never want to trade with me because we're in the division, but there is no divisions in Roto and baseball. It's just one league of 12 teams. But no, they won't trade with me.
Good idea, Senior. I didn't know the number was in there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. But yeah, it is fun. It's all in fun. When I stir up the pot and have smack talk, you you know if you dish it out, you got to learn to take it because you're gonna have it come back at you some point. You know you can't. It's just so I do it just for the fun because it makes it more fun. You know, but you know, especially if you know everybody in the league, it's kind of cool. So.
Oh yeah, that helps. But you know, guys got to stop being so damn sensitive. I mean, period. I mean, it's supposed to be fun. We're going to be smack talk. That's what men do, whether you're playing live sports or whether you're playing fantasy sports. So, yeah, if you dish it, you better be able to take it for sure.
Senior wants to go $50 winner take all 100 move limit. $50 winner take all. That would be if you had 12 teams, 50 times 10. What is that? $600?
Yep. For a 12-man league.
Yeah.
I think second place should get something.
With 12, three trades are required.
Yeah, with 12 teams.
Dan would be out of moves after 2 months, 100 moves. No, I played in Los's league last year, 60 move limit. I was fine.
60 or 65, I think. Yeah, that's not a lot.
It was 60 or 60 or 62. Can't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure it was 60. And then we had 1,250 innings limit pitch too.
Yeah, you gotta really think long run about certain things. That almost cost me at the end of the season. Almost.
Yeah, I thought I had a small chance of catching you at one point, but then, you know, it was crazy because I was in last place for like the first half of the season and I couldn't climb myself out. And then I finally everything started hitting. And then I was so far behind saves, I almost gave up on the category. And then after the trade deadline, you know, I started picking up all these new closers. Well, I can't tell everybody I'm doing.
Definitely probably the most frustrating position in fantasy baseball because it's so up and down and there's no consistency as far as the closers. Who's going to be here?
Do you see the Giants game against who are they playing? The Brewers? Yeah, the Brewers. They came.
I haven't watched any games the last couple of days. I saw something about a perfect game.
They came with 1 out of a perfect game. They were 1 out within a perfect game. I couldn't believe it. They were no hits, no errors, no walks. It was just like and they got down to it was a 3-1 count, the 27th batter, and he walked him. And then the next guy got a hit, and he scored on the hit, and that was the game, 7-1. But that would have only been the second perfect game in spring training history.
Dan, I tell you that the Giants are going to cut some good players this year. There's going to be some pretty solid guys from Hobner to McRae to Jesus Rodriguez. There's some guys that can hit that probably are not going to make the team this year, but it's nice to know that they'll be in AAA, and if somebody gets injured or somebody stops hitting, that they may be able to call somebody up. I really like a lot of the young guys that are doing some things.
Yeah. So it looks. I think they're going to be a better team this year. Hey, Gravy, you still on for tomorrow's game? I got the 2 tickets. Let me know. So yeah, maybe I'll go down and get me a Costco dog. They switched over to Coke too, Costco, didn't they? I like Pepsi. Anyway, Pepsi's a little sweeter. All right, Mark. Yeah, I think it starts at 1 o'clock. I hear who's going to be here? Oh, Jung-Hoo Lee's going to be playing tomorrow. He's back. So get all these guys back. I think and Ramos may be back. And the only guys that are playing right now for the Giants are Buto, Arise, and Webb. That's it. So, and Arise, they play tomorrow. You know, the U.S., it's kind of funny how the bracket fell out, isn't it? Like, they end up
Did you talk earlier about the fans, the discrepancy? 70-30 against Mexico, 70-30 against the Dominican. Hey, these games are on American soil, and that's America's national pastime.
I know.
It's a little disappointing that it wasn't. I know it's Florida is a predominantly Hispanic, state. I know that, but I mean, I don't know. I would think at least it would be 50-50.
Yeah, I heard they're playing the games in 29. They play every 3 years in 29. I hear they're playing them in up in Montana.
Yeah, that would be Montana, Idaho, Wisconsin.
Field of Dreams.
Yeah. Have the tournament in those states, and then the American crowd will come alive.
I like what they're doing. I kind of like it. You know, they did Phoenix a few years ago. They did Houston. They do the coastal areas where, you know, the Latin communities are big, and I think it makes it more exciting, because I think if they had it in Midwest America, I don't think they'd sell out. I think a lot of people would just like, oh, the U.S. isn't playing, I'm not going to watch that game.
How do you think Madison Bumgarner would do in this tournament with the bat flips? Man, there'd be a fight every time he pitched. I mean, he got mad when a guy would round the bases a little too slow. So can you imagine? Yeah. Can you imagine what they're doing in this tournament when guys are getting hits and screaming and doing all this emotion? Would not have been good.
So who's let me ask you, if I said to you, who's the greatest starting pitcher that not the New York Giants, but San Francisco Giants, who is it? Who's the greatest San Francisco Giants pitcher?
Juan Marichal.
I agree. Did you see his little highlight of him dancing in the Dominican dugout? Wasn't that awesome? I love it, man. Juan Marichal, for those who don't know who Juan Marichal was, he was a guy that used to pitch 300 innings. 3 times in his career, he pitched over 300 innings, and one time he pitched 299 and 2/3. And he had 4 or 5 straight years of over 20 complete games. And he pitched on 4 days rest.
These old school starting pitchers have got to just be dying at watching even the quality starting pitchers of today pitch every 5 days and pitch 5 to 6 innings and then get out with pitch count of 100 and making 40-50 million. They just got to be absolutely just so frustrated. I mean, God, these guys were, like you said, they pitched. But I think there's something to that. I think there's something to pitching once you get your arm acclimated to a major league season, pitching every day, icing it the right way, and you know, maybe not having to throw 98 to 100 miles an hour and throwing all these specialty pitches, which really wears the arm down and creates all these. Think about it, Dan. Like, how many injuries did the old school pitchers have? How many torn ACLs did these guys have? And they worked way harder than today's pitcher. And before people start saying, well, they throw really hard right now. Yeah, Gibson threw real hard too. Remember, there was not a lot of radar guns back in the day. And these guys threw 98, 90, 99.
Yeah.
Nobody threw harder than Nolan Ryan.
Yeah,
that's right. I don't remember him getting seriously hurt. And
he pitched into his 40s. Does he ever have Tommy John? I don't think so.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Made different today. I used to, you know, Juan was, you're a few years younger than me, but when I was 10, all right, I would go out and I never, I pitched in the Little League, but I never tried to do what he did. But in wiffle ball, we'd play some wiffle ball. I'd go out there and do that high leg kick. And, I mean, what would be a kick today would be if I tried to do the high leg kick now. I think I would probably fall over. It'd be like, oh my gosh.
Do you think it was easy to steal on Marichal with that high leg kick?
You would think it would be.
I mean, I think he probably cut it down a little bit when he was out of the stretch, but
yeah,
I mean, still, because he didn't throw. He threw decently hard, but he wasn't 96, 97. He was more 91, 92. But they say that Marichal had about 8 pitches. He had 4 pitches, but from 3 different angles. So maybe it was actually 12 pitches.
Yeah,
and that's the deception that he gave. But yeah, in my opinion, he's the best San Francisco Giant pitcher of all time.
Mark says, guys didn't get on, laughing out loud. Not too much. Not too much. All right. So if I said to you, I just gave you picked the right guy. Now fill out your rotation. We'll go with a 5-man rotation, all-time Giants starters.
All-time or just San Francisco?
Just San Francisco. I'm sorry.
Well, there was an old-time pitcher named Jack Sanford that was damn good. Gaylord Perry.
Gaylord Perry, I have him on my all-time 5.
Tim Lincecum.
I have Timmy on there. That's 3.
Bumgarner.
I would put Bumgarner on there, 4.
5 would have to be between Matt Cain and he wasn't a Giant for very long, but man, I sure love Vida Blue.
Vida he was great. Yeah, I loved Vida. Mike McCormick was pretty good for a while. But yeah, that 5th one's a little tougher. Where the Dodgers, it's easy to find 5, That's where they
I'd be really curious to look at Matt Cain and Vida Blue's career stats side by side. I think Vida might have him, but as a Giant, because Vida had some great years with the A's, and he had a pretty good run with the Giants as well. But
yeah,
I just love Vida. I met the guy at the Oyster House out on the Clam House out on Bay.
Yeah, I met him too.
Just a great dude. So I'm a little partial to him. I love Matt Cain, but I think I've told you this before, Dan. The one thing that kind of irked me about Matt Cain, he never tipped his cap when he came off the field. He would get, I mean, just if you're a starting pitcher and you're making the money even back when Matt pitched, he made good money. And the fans are partially paying for your salary. And you get a standing ovation coming off the mound after 8 innings. Man, does it hurt that much to tip your cap? And he never, who always did it was Vogelsong. Loved it. Vogie always, and he wouldn't just tip it; he would take the whole thing off.
We were out at a game last week at Surprise, and we got to the parking lot, and we thought we spotted Matt Cain, Los and I. There's Matt Cain. There's Matt Cain right there, and we were getting ready to leave, and I said, "Is that Matt Cain? Is this guy Matt Cain right there?" And then both.
What I say?
We thought it might be Matt Cain, and then we looked at the vehicle and said, "No, I don't think Matt Cain would be driving." Oh man!
Yeah, that dude did look like it though. I'll go with Vida as my number 5 guy, slightly.
All right, man.
God, Matt pitched a perfect game though in San Francisco. That's tough.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, man, I got to get rolling. I forgot my son just got off work at Burger King, so I need to go pick him up.
Chicken sandwich to go. Chicken sandwich to go.
Sandwich to go. There we go. So tomorrow's Monday. Going out to the game tomorrow. Maybe we'll come on tomorrow night, if not Tuesday. We'll see. But anyway, we're getting ready to one more week down here in Arizona. The Giants leave next Saturday. They're probably like, man, we're getting out of here just in time. It's going to be 105 mid next week, Los. 105. That's rough in March, man.
Yeah, we deal with this in June, July, and August. We don't need to deal with this in March. But the whole West Coast is in a heat wave right now. So
yeah, it's crazy. So, but anyway, we've got. We'll have to do our all-time team sometime again. I love doing that. I love talking the old timers. So yeah. So next Sunday's the draft for Best of the West. If you want to join the NorCal Sports Network League, looks like we're going to do it on March 24th. We'll probably do it early, 6:30, be done by 8. Should be pretty quick, 1 minute between. So, all right, guys, let me put the music on and we'll get ourselves out of here. On the way out, just to let you guys know, if you need, you want to, maybe you don't have enough money to join fantasy. So if you don't have maybe you can put a little money into Prize Picks, because Prize Picks right now is for new users is giving a pretty good deal. So reach out to Prize Picks. There's their logo at the top, and you want to use this promo code right here, NCSN, right there below me. Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app where you build lineups by choosing whether players will have more or less than a projected stat total. Right now, new users can get $50 in lineups when they play their first $5 lineup, win or lose. So, guys, I think it's $10 to get into Prize Picks. You play 5, they're going to give you $50. So you're getting $60 out of your $10 investment. You might be able to turn that into enough to join a fantasy league. Come on. Prize Picks is available in 50 states. Download the Prize Pick app today, and or go to the link in the description of this video, or right there. It's the link's there, and you will have a lot of fun playing with Prize Picks. It's available, as I said, in all 50 states. You build your lineup, follow along while watching the games. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. And, I'm sorry you guys can't join the league that Los and I are in, because it's full. And Los is the reigning champ, and he'll hold that crown until the end of September, when it will shift over to the west side of the valley. And is that it right there?
I got myself my own trophy.
All right. Well, just, you know what? That is like the axe in Stanford, California. You could send it my way at the end of the year. In fact, we'll just share that between over the next few years.
And if you guys are not going to do the Prize Picks type of thing, then hit me up for a personal loan or a HELOC, and you'll be covered with fantasy fees for 30 years, no questions.
There you go.
You'll be good. You won't have to worry about it. You'll be good to go.
Yeah, you guys actually should give Los a call on that. He will be able to help you out. I think I have. What did I do with it? Do I have Los's number on here? Had it somewhere. I know it, but yeah, give Los a call. Flex Funding. What's the number, Los? 925
250-4894.
All right. Yeah, there you go. Reach out to Los. He'll get you some money. There we go. All right, guys, we are wrapping it up. The music is about to play. Here we go. Oh, wow. So Tuesday night, U.S., come on, Italy. Come on, DeFalcos. Come on, DeFalcos. Hey, Kyle, did you go to DeFalcos today? I told him to go to the Falcos. He was at the game today.
Oh,
He said
McKiernan's in town?
Yeah, McKiernan's
Oh,
in
nice.
town.
Damn. Like to see Kyle. Hey, man,
Yeah.
keep your shirt on, Kyle.
Oh, he had his white shirt on. His typical white T-shirt, man.
Yeah. He's not going to be wearing black down here.
No, man, don't wear black down here. Yeah. When I go to the Giants games, I wear my orange shirts, not my black shirts.
You got it.
He will tomorrow. All right. Well, guys, as the music plays, looking here at the chat. All right, guys. Have a great one and enjoy your week. And remember that I've got the Giants this year being over 500. All right? I got them winning 85 plus this year. Yeah. So hope I'm right. Take care, guys. We'll see you later on this week. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. Have a good night.